A great thing with Fusion 360 is that they are constantly looking to improve the software. They really do a good job of listening to user feedback and making changes and upgrades to improve the whole user experience. Now, for the most part, these are little tweaks along the way that they make. But more recently, they did do a big revamp of the user interface where I felt it was a big enough of a change that I should come in and explain the new layout. Now, if you've been using Fusion 360 for a while now, let's say you're halfway through the course, you'll most likely figure it out on your own. However, if you are new and you're just starting the course, I'm going to take some time and just explain the changes. And like I said, they're mainly cosmetic changes and just a little bit of reorganization. Okay, one of the changes is that instead of model, this now says design. And if you click on the drop down arrow, you'll see the other environments. Now in this course, we're mainly going to stick to the design environment, so that's all you need to know there. You'll also notice there's some tabs here: surface, sheet metal, and tools. Again, we're mainly going to be in the solid environment here. So if you accidentally click on any of these tabs and you notice that your tools don't match, just always go back to solid and make sure this says design and you'll be fine. The next thing you'll notice is that the icons changed a bit, but that's really not a big deal. They just cleaned it up a little bit and you'll notice that they're still very much the similar shapes. Another change is that the sketch menu is now gone. So in the course, I often say go to sketch and then choose create sketch. When I say that, all you're going to do is just go to create and then go to create sketch, or you can simply click on this icon here. The rest of these menus are the same. We have the create, modify, assemble, and so on. The other big change has to do when we go into our sketch mode. So if I go to create and then create sketch, I choose a plane. You'll now see that I've entered the sketching mode. I'm in the 2D environment. And once you go through the course, you'll see that we take a normal workflow where we go into sketch mode, we create a 2D sketch, and then we come out of that sketch and we extrude the 2D object into a 3D shape. So there's two modes we're constantly jumping in and out of, and that's sketch mode and the 3D mode. The changes here are that the icons are a little bit different. So we see line, rectangle. They're going to look a little bit different than what you'll see in my videos, but they're still lines, rectangles, and circles, so they're not going to be that hard to figure out. But the other big change here has to do with that sketch menu. So before, all these menu items here were under the sketch menu. Now they've been separated into the create and modify menu. So before, where I would have said go to sketch and grab the rectangle tool, you're simply going to go to create and grab the rectangle tool. And it's the same for each one of these shapes: line, rectangle, circle, arc. Those are now under the create menu. If an item is not under the create menu, it's going to be under the modify menu. For example, fillet, trim, extend. An easy way to remember this is create is when you're creating a new item, like you're creating a line, a rectangle, a circle. And modify is when you're making modifications to those sketch entities, such as applying a fillet, trimming, or extending. So again, all these items used to be in one menu called sketch. Now they've been separated into the create menu and the modify menu. So in the video, you would hear me say go to sketch and grab the circle and center diameter circle. You're just gonna change that to create circle, center diameter circle. And likewise, I would say go to sketch and grab the trim tool. You're going to go to modify and grab the trim tool. Okay, now we'll go to finish sketch, and that's going to bring me back into the 3D mode. And this is actually a great change that was made, because the problem before was that when you went into sketch mode, so for example, if I go into create sketch and select my plane, everything used to look the same. So it was hard for my students to tell which mode they were in, sketching or the 3D mode. Now you clearly get visual feedback that, okay, we're in sketch mode because the icons look much different than they do when you're in the 3D mode. So if you notice these icons, how they look, if I go to finish sketch, now they're actually 3D icons instead of just those 2D icons. And once in 3D mode, you're also going to see the same menu items, the create menu and the modify menu, except these have different tools inside them. So you'll see now we have, instead of circle and line, we have extrude, revolve, sweep. And if we go to modify, we have chamfer, shell, scale, combine. So these are all modifications we're going to be making to 3D models, as opposed to when we were in the 2D mode. Those were all menu items that were for 2D sketching, such as create a circle or trim a line. And finally, the other big change you need to know about is that the 3D print option is in the tools menu now. So you'll go to tools and then you'll see the make the 3D print option. So when you're sending this to be 3D printed, that's where you're going to find it. That used to be just within the regular menu. Now you're just going to go into tools and that's where it'll be. Okay, we'll go back to our solid tab here and I'm in the design environment. And that's basically it. Don't let the whole new look throw you off or scare you away. It's really that simple. Just things got reorganized a bit and the user interface and the icons got cleaned up a bit. If you're just aware of those changes that I've just described, then you'll have no problem going through the course.